Hey guys, and this is Star Wars. Oh yeah, this thing's broken. Today I'm going to review Rogue One. I've recently watched it and it was better than The Force Awakens. I don't hate this movie. The movie isn't really that great. At first I won't spoil it, and then I'll go into the spoilers. This is like a square of copies, because A New Hope was a copy of A Hidden Fortress. The Force Awakens was a copy of A New Hope. And now Rogue One seems like a copy of The Force Awakens. I mean, really think about it. There's a female lead who has brunette hair, who doesn't really have the Force, and they have a ship, and they have a droid that feels like a wannabe of one of the droids from the original trilogy. Yeah, sounding familiar? I mean, there are a few aspects that I like about this movie. Like, Darth Vader was great in this movie, especially with James Earl Jones, because Kylo Ren is terrible. He's a terrible villain. He's nothing interesting. I think Jyn Orsa's character was just, well, nothing interesting. That's the thing with this movie. Most of the things aren't really that interesting. I thought this movie was pretty pointless. This was the most pointless movie out of all of them. Yes, even more pointless than episode 1 and 2. I mean, there were some aspects that should have been involved for episode 3, like Vader should have had, like, the red eyes. Vader should have been in it a little bit more. The characters were really forgettable. The only real characters I can mention are the original trilogy characters and the main character, Jyn Orsa. Other than that, you can't really remember any of their names. I mean, just try naming them. What's the blind guy's name? What's the main villain's name? The only ones you can remember are the original trilogy characters. Now try listing off the prequel characters. There's Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jar Jar Binks, Anakin Skywalker, Padme Amidala, Queen Amidala, Chancellor Palpatine, Darth Maul, and there's Count Dooku. I can name more in the prequels than Rogue One. Don't make your characters forgettable. This is exactly what Rogue One did. You can't remember their names. That's the most important part about character. Have a name. C-3PO and R2-D2 are only in one scene, and they only have one line. Tarkin's effects, well, most people hate them. I didn't really notice. I wasn't really paying attention to it. I'll have to watch it again to know if it was bad or not. Leia's effects seemed fine, because they made it look like A New Hope. The one thing that I think made it actually seem good was when this guy explains the big plot hole of A New Hope, the Death Star. It could have been blown up by a single X-Wing fighter with just a torpedo. Who thought it'd be a good idea to make a hole in your death weapon? This explained it because he was kind of mad at them because he was forced to do something he didn't want to do. Now, Force Awakens, there wasn't any memorable moments. It was all a copy of Episode 4. And I really just hated Episode 7. This movie was better. This movie was better than Episode 7. But that's not saying much. That's like saying The Phantom Menace is better than Attack of the Clones. Both are bad. One could be better than the other. That's the same case with this. I mean, Rogue One is a bad movie. Of course, the last few minutes are interesting, but the best part about it, without a doubt, is Darth Vader, especially his last scene. It was so cool. That's the one good scene in the movie. The movie is so... Okay.